Okay. I don't know. I didn't even know it was a training. Oh no, you don't need one of those. That's just holding the screen there. Racket. Well, I do thanks. Yeah. Put their mouths that way. That's hilarious. We're all just a bunch of lemons.
Well, there's 3 women and 1 youth.
Story of my life. People are saying
Is there another one?
2 people called and said it wasn't going through. I'm sure they'll request if they need it.
Okay. There we go. Mother's sister. That's my grandmother was so common. My aunt used to call. But my grandmother and you share a train. She's very fit.
Old person's clock.
He's working on you guys. Got that regime. That is funny. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna start weights in your hands. We're gonna start standing. Ball just to the side. Feet just about hip distance apart. All right, so shoulders away from your ears. Ladies, there's a computer, there's an iPad, because this class is on Zoom, just to let you know, that's why that's there. Don't say anything you don't want everyone in the world to hear. Okay, so we'll just go arms straight up. Hold when you're there, and then just come down into a squat. So when you come down, you're just gonna lead with your tailbone right down that way, and then press through your heels straight up, and then do that again. So as you come down, your arms reach forward, and then press through your heels up. So start to think about your heels pressing through the ground as you stand, your core kind of lifting up as you get taller. 3 more like that. So inhaling down, press through your heels up. Last 2. And press, and then go 1 more. Press all the way up and then stay. So nice straight legs, no locking, just arms wide, pause, and then slow control back down. And then go up again, straight up, pause, and control. So feeling that work the whole way up, but then keep working as you lower. Yeah, go for 4. Up with a pause. Yeah, good, 3. And down, last 2. Got it, 1 more like this, right up. Hold there, now turn your palms to face up, and then bring them in. So you're gonna go in, and then wide, good. In, and wide. And if you start to feel your upper traps up here, just lower your arms a little bit. You can bend, decrease that lever so it's not pressure on those upper traps. 3, reach, and in, last 2, reach, Control, and then go one more, open out, and then stay. So feel here that your ribs are still tight around your center. Don't let them splay open. You're gonna bend in, and then you're gonna reach. Bend in, and reach. You got it. So go 6 like that, really pulling your triceps into your waistline, and then reaching wide. Reach. 4 more. In. This weight's getting heavy fast, okay? Yeah. Plus 2, reach, and then go 1 more, in, and reach, and then bend in, bring your hands just about hip distance apart. Now come back down into that little squat, so holding there, your ribs are still tight around your center. We're gonna kick our right leg to the side, so the tendency is gonna be for your weight to shift left. Try not to do that. So your right leg goes out, stay there. Think about your left knee staying in line with your left middle toes there, and then just slow bring it back in. So just a little kick out, and then come in. Go for 4, out, and back. Go for 3. Constant pressure through your left heel, so you keep that left foot working. Last 2. And in. Last one, let's go out, stay. Now come down just an inch and up an inch. So pressing down into your left heel a little more, press into it to come up. Go for 4, little lift. 3, little lift. Last 2, little lift. And then go 1 more, come up, bring that leg in, and then stand all the way up. So keep your right heel lifted, so all your weight, most of your weight's in your left heel. And you're gonna come down again, straight down, press through that left heel, straight up. And again, straight down, press straight up. For 6, think about your core. Your pelvis is staying neutral. Your spine is nice and long. Go 3 and 2. Last one. Down. Press all the way up, and then walk those feet out. Next. Okay. Feet back about hip distance apart. Stay when you're there. Okay, you ready? So we're gonna bend down again. Palms face up. Shoulders away from your ears. Pressure into your right heel, feel your right obliques as you kick your left out. So hold when you're there. Remember, right knee in line with your right middle toe, and in. Press out, and in. Press out, reach, and in. Good. Reach, and in. 4 more. Reach. Good job, guys. In. Nice long necks. 3, and back. 2, and back. Last one, let's go out. Stay there. Now down an extra inch. Up an inch. Down, tail back, and up for 5. Nice and low. Up. 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Step that foot in. Keep your heel lifted, so most of your weight's in your right. Straight up. And down. Press through that right heel a little bit through your right big toe, and down. Go for 5. Press, and down. 4 more. Press, and down. 3 more. Core, and down. Last 2. Good job. 1 more. Right up, and then walk those feet out again. Take the next little. Okay, and then come to, I'll show you the side view, a little bit of a turnout. Don't go too wide, just a little turnout. We're gonna step our right foot back. So right leg is gonna be turned out as well. I'll keep you on the side view here. So we wanna keep our ribs tight around our center. We don't wanna arch our back one way or the other. Keep a nice long spine. Hinge your upper body forward, and then kind of adjust your feet accordingly. So you're in a nice straight line. Bend into your left leg a little bit. So left leg, left knee opens to the left side. Now from here, bring your arms back behind you, so above your hips. You're gonna bend your elbows in, and you're gonna reach. So constant pressure through this left heel, in, and reach. Good, so go 5, reach long. Elbows stay nice and lifted, 4, and reach. Looking down, just a couple of feet in front of your left toes. So hinging forward. Yeah, good. Last 2. Reach. You ready? 1 more. In And reach, turn those palms to face each other. Now you're gonna step your right leg in. As you step your right leg in, reach those arms up. And then reach back. So you're gonna come in and reach. Constant pressure through your left heel and left big toe for 4. Go for 3. Trying not to let your body move very much in space. 2. Last one, in. Reach out, stay there, turn your palms to face down. You ready? Lift 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Double hold for that left glute and down. Go for 5. Little lift and down. 4. Little lift and down. 3 more. And down. Last 2. Up and down. Last 1. Up and then step all the way in. Those legs a little shake. Same. Oh my God. Turn this way. So a little bit of a turnout. Shoulders away from your ears. Step your left foot back. So now we have our right heel, right big toe pressing into the mat. Get that extra little hinge forward so you're looking down-ish. Turn that right leg out and then step your left back so you're in a nice comfortable lunge there. Okay, so your arms are going to go back behind you. Hold when you're there. We're going to circle on here. Just small little circles, thinking of your nice long spine, tiny bend in your elbows so you're really moving your upper arms. Palms stay facing down for 4, 3, 2, pause, other way. Long circles. Go 4, 3, 2, last 1. Turn those palms to face each other. Okay, so we're gonna bring our left leg in with our arms in. And reach nice and controlled. Really important you keep your right heel and your right big toe pressing down for stability. About 5. And reach long. 4. Feel that extension in that left leg each time. 3, 2. Last 1. Up. Reach back, holding there. Now from here, palms face each other. Lift your arm 1 inch. And down. Last little set. 1 inch up. 1 inch down. Remember, move those upper arms in space. Tiny bend in your elbows. Go 5. Lift, pause, down. 4. Lift, pause, down. Constant pressure through your right heel and right big toe. Last 2. Last 1. And then lower all the way. Step that leg forward. Have a little shake out. Good job, guys. Okay, now come onto your mat. Have your ball, cup your ball between your inner thighs and then your waist down by your side. So keeping that pelvis neutral, keeping the back of your rib cage heavy. Make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips. And then feet, yeah, a little close to the hip distance apart so you can feel the squeeze around that ball. So turn those palms to face up, really, really keeping that upper body quiet. We're gonna do a couple little hip rolls, so belly button towards your spine as you press through your heels, lift. Now hold at the top, feel your knees reaching away from the top of your head, those inner thighs, a little squeeze, and then slowly articulate all the way down. Come through to neutral, take a breath, and then do that again. So inner thigh squeeze, belly button pulls in, press through your heels, lifting your hips high. Again, slowly articulate it. Hold. 2 more like that. So getting as much movement through those little vertebrae as you can. At the top, think about that length. And then really soften through each one as you come back down to neutral. Last one here, all the way up. And hold. So now you're at the top, your knees are still reaching away from the top of your head, your waistline's are long, your ribs are tight around your center. All I want you to do is squeeze your inner thighs. So squeeze nice and tight around that ball and hold. So make sure it's not your glutes that are squeezing, glutes are relaxed, and then just release those inner thighs. So do that again, inner thighs squeeze. Glutes are holding you in this lifted position, but they're not squeezing harder as you
squeeze around that ball. Go for 4, just a little squeeze. And 3, keeping your eyes looking straight up to the ceiling so that neck is staying nice and long. 2. And then 1 more, hold that little bit of a squeeze in, and then articulate back down and roll through that spine all the way down to neutral. Take a breath, and then let's do it again. So we're gonna come all the way back up. This time we're gonna stay. All right, so knees still reaching away from the top of your head. Inner thigh squeeze that little bit. We give you a couple of options. So option 1, you can just lift your right heel. So you have more weight on your left foot. Option 2, if you feel that your hips are even and your weight is even on your shoulders, we've done this before, let's try and extend our right leg. So you're still squeezing that ball, leg is just extended. From there, can you lower your hips? And then lift them back up. So it's either like that, or it's just like this. Lower and press. Inhale down, exhale up. Good job, guys. 3, hips down together and lift. Go for 2. Hips down together and up. Last 1. Press up, lower your right foot down. Take a breath. Roll all the way back to your mat. Come back to neutral. Nice breath. And then let's do that again. So belly button and press and up. Nice big breath there. Keep those inner thighs squeezing. Remember, option 1, just lift your left heel. Still really hard. Option 2, leg extended. The trick is you want to keep your weight as even as you can on your shoulders, right? Lower with control. And up. Hips lower down together. And hips lift. Inhale down. Exhale up. 4 more. All right glute. Lots of inner thighs. Exhale up. Last 2. Last 1. Right up, bring that lefty down and then roll all the way back. Come to neutral and stay. Good. Okay, pop the ball off to the side. Bring your hands behind your head. So elbows can hover off the mat a little bit. Let's nod our chin and then heel up to flexion. So holding up at the top there. Feeling that you still have your little space behind your low back. Slow and control that lower back. Ribs move away from the top of your hips as you come down. And then let's do that again. Tuck your chin gently, curl forward. Nice big breath. Again, slowly come down. And tuck your chin. Shoulders stay away from your ears, really curling forward as you come up. But 1 more, tuck, curl forward. So you're looking towards your thighs. That's how curled up you are. Your shoulder blades are off the mat. You're looking at those thighs the whole time here. You're gonna bring your right knee or your right heel off the mat. And then bring your left heel off the mat. So now stay there. You have a light touch with both toes on the mat. Right leg's gonna come to tabletop now. And then bring it back down. And then your left leg, bring it up to tabletop. And then back down. So the trick, as you're alternating legs here, is keeping your pelvis nice and still. Now you can come up an extra inch as your leg comes up and come down an extra inch as it comes down if you want. But really focus on that stability in your hips. Nice and steady up. Control as you come back. Nice and steady up. Control as you come back. We're going to go 1 more right. Even weight on those hips. 1 more left. Lower those toes down. You can lower your heels and then lower your upper body all the way down and take a nice breath. Guys, now grab your weights in your hands. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Shoulder blades flat against the mat. Collarbones nice and wide. From here, we're going to come back into that hip roll. So press through your heels all the way. Nice big lift. Knees reaching away from the top of your head. We're going to reach our arms overhead without letting our ribs lift. all the way back down to the mat, rolling one vertebrae at a time. Tail is the last piece to come down, and then your arms come up. Let's do that again. The belly button to spine press and lift, holding, arms reach, again, slowly rolling down. Feeling each vertebra press down one by one until your tailbone touches. Then your arms come up. Go 2 more just like that. Belly button in, press and lift. If you can't keep your ribs from lifting, don't reach your arms quite as far. It doesn't need to be a big movement. Let's do one more like this. Belly button in that bit. Press through your heels, lift. Nice big breath. Arms reach overhead and again, slowly roll all the way. You'll come right down to neutral. Reach those arms up and then stay. Okay, so shoulder blades, stay flat against the mat. Let's lift our heels again, so you're back on your toes. Keep the back of that rib cage really nice and heavy, front of your ribs kind of tightening up around your center. Hop your right leg up to tabletop, and then hop your left leg up. So now from here, we're just gonna move our right leg away, tap your toes down to the mat, just barely tap. Maybe don't even tap. Just almost touch your left toes, just before you would tap, you're gonna come back up. Now we can add an arm to this. So let's go left arm with your right leg, reach them away that bit, and then pull in. If you've done this before, you can go for straight legs. If not, keep these bent ones for your first few tries. And in. So thinking about your weight in your hips, your weight in your shoulders, staying really nice and even. If you feel your back, don't move your arms or your legs as far away from your center. So go for a much smaller movement. You can also press your lumbar spine down to the mat. That is okay. So one more each way. And in. One more, let's reach. Come back in and stay. Now from here, let's open our arms wide. If you need a little rest for your back, you can bend your knees into your chest and just move those arms. If you want to keep your abs working, keep them in tabletop. So arms open, nothing else changes. Arms back in. Ribs stay heavy, back of your shoulders, your shoulder blades are flat against the mat. One more, press those arms up. Now stay. From here, open your knees out. Open out, and then squeeze and pull in. So the closer you bring your knees into your chest, the easier it is on your core. So if you want to feel a little more, move your thighs farther away from your center. If you feel your back, bring your knees closer to your chest. You ready to add arms to that? So arms and legs open. Squeeze back in. Arms and legs open, ribs stay tight around your center, and press right in. For 4, reaching. 3, out. And in, last 2, out. One more. Exhale, press up. Holding there, lower your right foot down, lower your left, lower those arms. Hug your knees into your chest, have a little roll around one way and the other. And then let's come on to our side. So let's lie on our left side first. All right, so the top of your head is reaching away from your tailbone. Our legs are going to stay bent for the first set. So feel that your spine is nice and long. You're looking straight kind of in front of you so that your neck is not bent. Your neck is staying nice and long, right? And then your left ribs are lifting off the mat. So try not to just jam them down, keep them lifting. Your right waistline is nice and long, ribs still tight around your center, and heels really underneath your bum. So you're going to start just lifting that leg into that little clamshell, so come up nice and high, and then just slow control back down. So your right hand on your right hip is great to keep your hips from moving around. You can add this, keep this kind of idea of reaching up. You want your left ribs to stay off the mat as you're working here. That little upward pull and control. So go 5 more, get to that high point and slow control. 4. And control, good, 3. And down, last 2, squeeze. And down, and then go 1 more, come up to that high point and stay. Now from there, keep this upward pull. You're just gonna bring your right knee down, your hips stay nice and stacked, and then foot down. So that's medial rotation here, lateral rotation there. And in and out. Good, go for 5. In, 4 more. 3 more. Last 2, in and out, and then go 1 more. Let's go in and out, and then kick that leg straight out underneath you. So really reach your toes away from the top of your head. Reach your arm as well. So fingertips reach from toes. Now you're gonna bend your right leg in. So bend it into about a 90-degree angle now. Your foot is further forward, and then straighten it back up. Really reach nice and long. So this whole time you're moving your arm and your leg, your body, your torso is staying pretty still, right? In and reach. Your hips are staying stacked. You've got 4. In and 3 more. In and last 2. And go 1 more, let's go in, reach all the way out, bring that arm back up and keep your leg reaching. Now circle this leg around. So just small little circles. Your core is working to keep your hips still as you draw those circles. Go 4 more here. 3, 2, last 1 other direction, just small little circles. 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then lower all the way down. Good job, guys. Okay, grab your squishy ball, pop it underneath your right knee. If I can't do there, stay on this side. Now we're just gonna get this left inner thigh working a little bit. So you can either keep your right foot lifted, that's gonna keep your glute working, or you can let it rest, it doesn't matter. Reach through your left toes, keep these waistlines long. Let's lift our left leg and then stay when you're lifted. So really think about your big toe reaching across the room, away from the top of your head. Keep reaching through your big toe. Lower just to a hover, and then squeeze back up. Lower to a hover, little pause, and then you'll squeeze, right? So get those pauses, barely lowering and squeeze. Raise the mat and squeeze. Good, go 6 like this. And 5, nice big squeeze. 4, squeeze. 3, last 2, squeeze. Last 1, squeeze her up. Stay there. Now from here, circle this around. Little circles. Hardly moving. Stay nice and steady. 4, 3, 2, last 1, other direction. 6, keep those left ribs lifting. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, lower all the way down. Okay, pop that ball up to the side. Let's give those inner thighs a little stretch out. So heels together, just let your knees fall open. Take a couple of breaths there. Just letting the weight of your legs keep it not stretched for you. And then let's give our right glute a little stretch. Right foot in front of your left knee. Hug behind that left knee. Then when you're ready, come on down to the other side. So starting with your heels under your bottom again. Nice long waistlines, right ribs will be that little bit lifted off the mat. Feel the top of your head reaching away from your tailbone. So long neck as well. And then you can have your left hand on your left hip. We can add that reaching up arm as well if that felt good for you. So you'll start with those clamshells, heels underneath your bottom, lift that top leg as high as you can keep your hips stacked, and then slow control to a hover. So you're gonna go up, have a little pause, and then slow lower with control. So each time you get up there, get to that high point, right? Remember, hand here, go straight up if that felt good, up, and then control. Keep that reach up and control, right? It's work to lift for sure, right? Is it work to lower? It should be. So if you're not feeling the work as you lower down, you're just letting gravity pull your leg back down. Resist gravity. Control that movement down. Two more like this. Control. And go one more, lift up nice and high. Stay when you're there. Okay, so now you're gonna do your teeter-totter, knee down, foot up, and then switch. So as you're doing these, little more core required, right? To keep that pelvis still. Think about how those abs are working the whole time for 5 and down. Go for 4 and down. Go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. And down, and then kick that leg all the way out. So really, really reach through those toes there. You can reach that arm overhead as well. So fingertips reach from toes, nice long line for that left side body. Arm can come up as your leg comes into a 90-degree angle, and then reach all the way back out. So thinking length, and then right, lengthen out, toes from fingertips reach, and your right ribs are lifting the whole time. Your waistlines are staying nice and long. Go 4 and right in. Go for 3. Reach. Good job, guys. And in. Last 2. And in. You ready? One more. Let's reach. Come back in. You can keep your arm up there. Just kick your leg back out. Stay there. So really reaching toes from the top of your head and then circle this leg around. So just smooth little circles. Back to lots of core, keeping your pelvis still for 4 and 3, 2, last one, opposite way. Go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then you can just bend all the way in. Good job, guys. Then grab your ball, pop it underneath your left knee. So remember, you can lift up your left foot if you want, or you can let it rest, and then your hips are staying stacked. You're reaching for your right toes. Right inner thigh is working to lift that leg. Hold when you're there. Take a breath. Really reach through your big toe, and then slowly lower to a hover. So exhale, nice big squeeze, and inhale, control. Exhale for the squeeze, inhale, control. Good. So go 6 like that. Controlling down. 5. Making sure your head is staying nice and heavy, neck is relaxed. And that right knee is pointing forward. Think about how that right knee, yeah, you can reach your arm up to the ceiling too. Your right knee kind of wants to point down. It's much easier if you point it down. Keep it pointing forward. Good. Last 2. Last 1, squeeze up and stay, and then circle, just small little circles. Go 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1, other direction. Got it. 5, get up. 4, 3, 2. Last 1, and then lower all the way down. Good job, guys. And then come on to your back. Soles of your feet together again, let those inner thighs have another little stretch out. Nice. Later. And then let's bring our left foot in front of your right knee, hug behind that right knee. Try to keep neutral for your stretch, even weight through both sides of your spine. And then let's extend our legs straight out underneath us. Legs reach long, just like flat on the mat. So feel those toes kind of reaching from the top of your head. You can reach your arms up to the ceiling. All right. Let's open our legs so we're about hip distance apart. You're going to bring your arms overhead. So you're going to reach way back. Think about your ribs as you do that. Are they lifting, or can you keep them tight around your center? We want to try to keep them tight around our center, right? So you need to bring your arms up to reset those ribs, keep them tight. Now reach your arms, keeping those ribs tight around your center. Hold when you're back there. We're going to come into a full roll up. So I want you to keep your heels pressing into the mat. Tuck your chin to start the movement. Round those shoulders forward and then reach out towards your toes. So you're going to come straight out. Hold when you're there. Stack up nice and tall. So you're right, like if you were against a wall or something, shoulder blades against that wall, and then start rolling back. So roll your hips back, your ribs back. Arms can come all over. And then let's do that again. So tucking your chin. Reaching up to those toes. Stack up tall. And then roll right back. So hips again, ribs, shoulder blades, keep those toes reaching, arms overhead. And now I'm going to give you an option. You can add a weight if you want. So just one weight in your right hand. You don't have to. This is what we're going to do if you want first before you choose. We're going to reach arms back again. So already your weight is kind of, if you have the weight in your head, it's pulling you to the right. So we want to try and keep our weight as balanced as we can as we come up. So arms are going to come up. Tuck your chin. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Reach up. Nice and tall. And then come back. So again, keeping that weight even through both sides of your body, even in your shoulders, all the way back. Now let's add a leg to this. So we're going to bring our right leg up with that right weight as we come up. Tuck your chin, right leg can come to tabletop. You'll just come to a half roll back here. Beautiful. All the way back. Keeping that left hip heavy, reach your right toes away from the top of your head, all the way back. Take a breath. And then let's do that again. So same exact thing. Tuck that chin. Curling right leg up. Doing that little half roll back. Beautiful. All the way back. Slow and controlled. And reach. Now we're going to come up and stay at the top. So tuck your chin, reach those arms forward. You're in that little half roll back. Your right leg is bent. Stay right here. Now open your right arm to the side. And then bring it back to center. So your right arm opens, your left hip stays heavy. And in, go for 3. And go for 2. And you don't rotate actually that. One more, open out. Just looking. Yeah, exactly. Oh, stay there. Now extend that right leg. Arms are going to come all the way back down to the mat. Let's guess what's next. But it's rotation. Arms come up to that chin. All the way up, holding there. You can have your leg extended, you can have it back, whatever feels good. Now we're going to add rotation. So right arm is going to open out, add that little bit of a rotation. You can do this with both legs down. It doesn't matter. Back through center. Same direction again. Right arm opens out, abs deepen as you open, and back. Go for 3. Very good. And in, go for 2. Keep that left hip nice and heavy. And in, last one. Come back through center, right leg extends, come all the way back down to the mat. Reach those arms overhead, take a nice little breath. Pop that weight down. We're by your left hand, we're gonna use it again in a sec. Let's just find our center again in our spine. So come all the way up, both arms, both legs, reaching. Stacking up tall, melt back down, nice and controlled. Let's go for one of those before we move over to the other side. One more. Reaching. Stack tall, and then melt all the way. Now let's grab the weight in your left hand if you want. So we'll keep our toes down for the first. Arms are gonna come up, tuck your chin, think about your weight staying even in your hips. As you roll all the way, reach out to those toes, stack up tall, all the way back again. One more, just the arms. So shoulders even weight through your wrists, even weight through your hips and legs all the way out. Stack tall. Come back. Now we'll add the leg as we come up. Ready? So even weight through both sides of your spine. As you come up, you'll bring your left leg to tabletop. Hold when you're up there. Take a breath. Let's come all the way back down. So rolling, keeping your right hip heavy. Extend that leg. Reach that arm overhead. We're going to come up and stay on the next one. So tucking that chin. Right hip stays heavy as you come up. Hold in that little half roll scoop there. So now just your left arm is going to open to the side. And then bring it in. Open it out. Don't let your ribs twist. And in. As you open, abs have to keep it right. You gotta go two more. And last one, let's open. Come on and stay rolling all the way back. Slow and controlled. Reach those toes away from the top of your head and your fingertips. Reach back. You ready? We're gonna add the rotation. Arms up, tuck that chin. Lefty up to that nice tabletop. Hold it there, add that rotation. So left arm out, have a pause, and then slow come back through center. Exhale as you open, little pause, and inhale back. For 3, keep that right hip heavy. And in, very good, getting those left obliques too. So strong, you guys, last one. Come back through center, extend that left leg, lower all the way down. Come right back. You can drop that weight, hug those knees into your chest, have a little roll. One leg, the other. Very good, guys. All right, and then let's roll right onto our tummies for a little extension. So hands can be as wider than the mat, so like just off the mat. Elbows at about shoulder height. Maybe a little below, don't go higher though. All right. And then your feet can be as wide as the mat as well. Ish. Just don't have them right together. And then just relax so your nose can just hover off the mat a little bit. So remember, at the height of our extension, we're not looking straight ahead. You're looking just a few inches from where you are right now when you're looking down. So a few inches above there. Okay. So start with your core, belly button towards your spine. Think about your ribs tightening up around your center. Your toes reach away from the top of your head. And then slide your shoulder blades down your back gently as you lead with your nose and the top of your head, reaching your collarbones forward. So reaching your collarbones towards the edge of your mat. Hold when you're there, take a little bit of a breath, and then slowly roll down. So melting down through your spine. Keep the top of your head reaching from your toes. Come back down to that little hover. And then do that again. So core, ribs tight up around your center, shoulder blades down your back, lead with your nose a little bit, and then reach the top of your head way out. As if you're trying to reach out over the edge of your mat. Hold there. Take a breath and then slowly melt back. So relax your core, relax those shoulders. And then as you come into it again, think about that belly button to spine, ribs tighten up around your center, shoulders roll away from your ears. Lead with that nose that little bit and then think length. The top of your head reaches from your toes. If you can stay here, you can just hold exactly like this. If you want a little bit more, you can lift your elbows. And if you want even more, can you lift your hands? Take a little bit of a breath here, lengthen even more, toes away from the top of your head. And then you can lower those fingertips back down, lower your elbows. Come all the way back down with your upper body. And then just press yourself back to a shell stretch. Take a nice couple of breaths there. And then when you're ready, come on up to a 4-point kneel. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. You're still in neutral, so your waistlines are long. You're not here, you're not here, you're somewhere between those two. So waistlines are long, ribs are still hugging around your center, so obliques are working. And then we're gonna start with our right leg. So just kick it out on the mat and then stay. The toes are still resting. Think about your left knee pressing down a little bit. You should feel your left obliques kind of click on when you press your left knee down. Think also about your left inner thigh squeezing towards your midline, and then just lift that right leg up. So right toes reach, and then let's add a left arm if you want. You can keep both arms down or at the arm. So now from here, just tap, and then lift. So our spine is really nice and long. Our fingertips are reaching away from the tips of our toes. Our waistlines are staying long as we tap, and they're staying long as you lift. So go for 4 like that, just tapping that little bit. And try to keep those necks long so you're just staying looking down the whole time. 3. That little bit of extra obliques, think of pressing through your left knee as you lift your arm and your leg. Last one, let's lift on up. Stay there, step that hand in, step that knee in, sit yourself back to a little shell stretch. This time, let's walk our hands over to the right edge of our mat. So really reach up for your left fingertips. Thinking of that left hip staying heavy. And let's walk those hands back to center, back up to that 4-point kneel. So this time, the same exact thing. So start with your right knee pressing down that little bit, right obliques as you kick your left leg out. Feel that right inner thigh squeezing towards your midline. You can lift your left leg up and then extend that right arm if you want. We're just gonna tap and lift. So it's really about length. Keep that length in your neck so the top of your head reaches from those toes as you lower and as you lift. Lower and lift. Inhale down for 4. And let's do 3. Last 2. Last 1, right up, hand in, leg in. Again, sit yourself right back. This time, walk your hands over the left edge of your mat, really reaching for your right fingertips. Walk those hands back through center. Come back up to that 4-point kneel. Okay, so top of your head still reaching from your tail. Even weight in your knees, even weight in your hands. Drop your tail, you're gonna scoop your abs around and then look into your knees. So really scooping through your low abs there as you come into that cat. And then come all the way out of it, so letting that tail go. And see. Nice breath, and then do that again. So dropping your tail, scoop those abs, lifting up, letting that head go. And then again, slow and controlled. Out. One more like that, drop that tail. Scoop. Right, back, just to neutral this time. Now let's add an arm and a leg. So let's start with our right leg, kick it out, left arm in front. You're gonna scoop and pull all the way in. And then you're gonna reach back out. So go 4 more like that. So scooping, rounding through that lumbar spine as you pull in, and then find that length as you come out. 3. And reach. Last 2. And reach. Last 1. And reach. Left arm in, right knee in. Take a breath. We're gonna flip over to the other side. So left leg, right arm, reach them. And again, in for that nice scoop and lengthen all the way. 4 more. In and scoop, rounding that spine as much as you can. And then come to that nice long line. 3. Last 2. Last 1, all the way in, reach right out, step that right hand in, step that left knee in, and then again, just come back to that shell stretch. All right, just come up 1 more time. So hands back under your shoulders, knees back under your hips. Kick out through that right heel. So really reach your right heel away from the top of your head, and then extend that left knee. So holding when you're back there, you're in that nice long line of your plank. So when we're not going to stay here long, I'm just going to tuck my chin. You're going to scoop your abs and press back to an up stretch here. So thinking of your tail really lifting to the ceiling, just like downward dog. Holding when you're there, we walk our feet out. 1 leg bends, 1 presses down, and switch. Each way, and then drop them both nice and low. Lift them up. Come back into that plank. Step your right foot forward, and then just come down for a little lunge. So you can keep your knee up if you want. Your left knee, can stay up, or your left knee can come down. Extend your leg, whatever feels good there. Just let that left hip flexor have a little bit of a stretch out. Thinking about your right heel, approximately being under your right knee. And we can add a little twist to that. So step your left hand down, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Nice little twist. Really reaching right fingertips from your left palm. Step that right hand down, and then turn your right leg out for a little hip stretch on that right side. Couple of breaths there as well, just letting the weight of your body deepen that stretch for you. One more nice big breath there. Then walk those hands under your shoulders, left foot back, step your right back, and then step that left forward. So whatever feels good. Right knee up, right knee down. Couple of breaths there. And then step your right hand down beside your left foot and then add that little rotation there. If it bothers your neck, just look down, that's okay. Think about that right hip flexor, let me get stretch up there. And you can bring your hand down, turn your left leg out and then get that little stretch. You can walk those hands back in under your shoulders, curl those right toes back under, step your left knee back, and press back again. Drop those heels nice and low, and then you can just walk those hands into your feet. Hang in a forward fold, your shoulders a little rolled out. Bring your weight back to your heels as you roll all the way up, just like you're stacking against a wall. Nice. Good job, guys. Feel good? Awesome. Thank you. You're so welcome.
Thanks, Hillary.